Today I'm sharing an update on my private student loan. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Budget and Balance. I'm Liz, and this is where I'm sharing my journeys to health and wealth through debt payoff, budgeting, soon-to-be savings, weight loss, health improvement, and basically anything else that comes along in your 40s. For those of you that might not know, I returned to college in my late 20s. It was worked out with my then boyfriend. Spoiler alert, we're now married. So we worked it out that I was going to go back to school, and the only option was a private college near our home. I was months away from graduating, and it was really the only way that we see, like, we don't want to put it off another year and pay a whole another year of tuition. So we decided on the private student loan. The balance in my first statement in July of 2014, after I had graduated with my bachelor's degree, was $33,438.37. Like, whew. That's basically going to be my first year salary. The minimum payment was, I think, somewhere around like $250 back in 2014. And it fluctuated between that and about $300 until March of 2020 when the interest rates dropped. So did the minimum payment. Now, till the pandemic rolled around at this point, I'd already started my financial journey of paying off $150,000 in debt. Oh my gosh, it is so overwhelming, and it's crazy to think that it was only about 4 years ago that I started this journey. So in October of 2020, my husband and I got married, and I signed up for a debt relief program, which I shared in my debt confession, link down below in case you want to go back and see all the details. But I had a lot of credit card debt and that kind of debt, really. The balance on the private student loan in October of 2020 was $30,225.94. So I basically paid off about $3,000 in about 6 years. I mean, that was making the minimum payments. I was never late on a payment. And it just boggles my mind when I look back and see that so much time had passed and yet so little of that money paid down the balance. Like, the balance came down like nothing at all. So since October of 2020, I was making the minimum payments until I paid off the debt relief program and then my car. So that's basically what my journey has been. Going back, you can check out all those videos if you're new here and see, like, all the update videos is probably what you're going to want to look for, where there's the most information. So the debt relief program and my car were paid off just last spring of 2023. I actually, as I was thinking about when did I actually pay that off, like, I can't believe it was just a year ago, and how much progress I've made on this private student loan in just 1 year. So once those other things were paid off, I snowballed those payments to other things. So my minimum payment on this loan, I think, was somewhere around like $267 at the time. So I would bump it up to $300 payment. Then I was like, you know what, I'm going to be wild and do a $500 payment. I mean, it makes sense because I was paying $522 a month on the debt relief, and I was paying almost $400 a month for my car. Paying like an extra couple $100 on my private student loan, I knew I felt very comfortable with. And honestly, as I was able to pay more and more, or bigger and bigger payments and became more comfortable with that, then I was like, okay, like, I can see that I'm going to have this loan paid off by the end of 2024. And the more payments I would make, or the bigger the payment was, I challenged myself to make either a more frequent payment or a larger payment. So if it was when the payment was due, if I was going to pay $500, could I pay $750? And then after that, could I make an extra payment that month? And I just kept stretching myself. And eventually I was paying $1,000 bi-weekly with every paycheck. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that I have a husband, we're dual income, and we have it set up so that I was able to put so much money towards this loan. So after I realized it would get paid off by the end of 2024 and not 2032 like it originally was supposed to be paid off, then I had to push myself. I'm like, cool, can I do it in November instead of December? Can I find some money somewhere? Can I sell something at home? Can I do some more reselling? Can I don't know what it is, pick something up extra at work? Can I get this done before Thanksgiving? Can I get it done when school starts? Can I get it done before school? Like, I just kept pushing myself, and I soon realized I could probably have this paid off in May of 2024, which is totally cool because that will be 10 years after I graduated. And I hear a lot of people saying, oh, within 10 years, I was debt free from my student loan. So anyway, that's a side story that we don't need to get into. Now, the goal for May of 2024 is going to change a little bit, which I'll get into later. We're not talking about that today. If you really want to know what the balance is and how far I've come on that private student loan, hit subscribe, hit like, let me know that you are interested in this journey, and I'll get into it in just a second. You know, as soon as you hit the subscribe button. Okay. So thanks for hitting subscribe and like and all that YouTube-y stuff. At the beginning of 2023, my balance was $27,150.78. The minimum payment at that time was $307.89. So yes, we were all so excited to have the interest rates go up so our savings can increase. However, that also meant my variable interest rate loan was increasing. And oh man, it pained me. It pained me to see it keep going up. So I just kept pushing through and hustling and doing everything I can. And in January of 2024, the balance was a whopping $13,364.10. I mean, I had paid off more in 1 year of the loan than I had in the first 9 years of that loan. That is wild. So wild. But it goes to show that if you are hustling, if you are squeezing out everything you can to get your debt paid off, it's really going to make a difference. And just with my March 22nd, 2024 paycheck, I was able to put another $1,300 on that loan. I mean, I just am blown away with the progress. I'm excited for the progress. I'm excited for what I could do with the money when I'm done paying off debt. I can increase my savings and my retirement. I could give back more. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to share all those plans I have with you guys. But as promised, my balance currently is $4,871. I mean, I just cannot believe the progress that I've made. Like, when I look at the numbers, let me just share with you the numbers because I'm just so proud of myself. I'm so happy that my husband and I have been able to do this. So here's a little rundown. So July 14th, my minimum payment was $247. It was $33,438.37. And you can see March 11th, 2020, it was $31,000. And then just in January of 2023, it was $27,000. In 9 years, I've only paid off like $6,000 or something, like whatever the math is there. We're not going to do the math right now. The beginning of this year, the $13,000, the minimum payment was $154. They had to adjust that because I had been paying so much. And since I had started, I'd paid off over $20,000. I mean, I just can't believe that I was able to do that in 1 year. And just thinking about putting money away into savings, retirement, giving back, saving for, like a new car in the future or our next house, taking some nice vacations. $20,000 in 1 year is what I hustled for. Like, I mean, it just feels so good to look at these numbers. feel so proud. I'm getting a little choked up, actually. In February of this year, I went from $13,000 to $8,500. Just when I was looking up, actually, it's $4,875.26. I put my original numbers together like 2 days ago. So this is the updated with the daily interest added. So my minimum payment is still $154.34. Since the beginning of my loan, I've paid off $28,563.11. And just since 2023, in 2023, January, I was at $27,000. So just since then, I have paid off over $22,000. And since February, I had to figure out where's that number coming from. Just since February 13th of this year, I paid over $3,000, almost $4,000 in 6 weeks. And I'm telling you, I have been working my regular full-time job. I've been picking up extra things at my full-time job, so some side hustle there. My YouTube family here, I appreciate you guys watching. I have my reselling business. Oh my gosh, I was out thrifting for like 8 hours today. I'm so tired. I've been selling stuff around my house. I took money from like, if somebody gave me money for a holiday for a gift or lottery tickets or whatever, I mean, I put everything I can. Could I have made some better choices along the way? Of course. You guys know that I love my Diet Coke. I love going out to eat. So yeah, I could have made some better choices and perhaps been done by now, but you know, you have to live your life too, right? So anyway, now that it's almost paid off, let me just share with you my tracker, and my plan to get this paid off after I check that text message. Oh, so this little calendar tracker right here, this is just to show what payments I'm making every month. So in January, I had made $1,629 in payments. It's just kind of motivating to see how much money I've been putting towards this loan. In February, actually halfway through January, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to stick to my goals because, well, I was hoping to put, what was it, $1,000 or $1,100 per paycheck. And you can see one paycheck here only put $500 towards it. In February, I did not put even $1,000 one single time, but because of extra things I was doing, I was able to put more money towards it and actually exceeded my goal for February. In March, I also exceeded my goal. Now this $185 is white, not aqua yet because I haven't made that payment. In my Transfer Tuesday video, you know, I paid myself $85. I had a bit of a buffer, so I am going to be making another transfer, another payment pretty soon. So in April, I hope to make two $1,200 payments and have an extra $200 payment. I adjusted for the insurance here. In May, $1,200, and then my last payment will be $731, which is $731 is my birthday. So we'll see how that works out because, again, I'm not exactly sure what the calculation is for the interest. So the other thing, because I'm obsessed, is here. Okay, so the other thing I want to show you because I'm completely obsessed is this little tracker. So here is my projected balance. So currently the balance is $4,875. Let's make it $4,876 because there is some change. So I think I'm going to be able to make a $150 payment, and I bet I'll have like $10 of interest on it, which means come next payday, the balance will be $4,736, give or take for the interest. I will be making a $1,275 payment. I'm going to estimate the interest to $30, and that will give me a $3,491 payment or balance, I should say, on April 5th. The next paycheck after that, on April 19th, I plan to put $1,100 towards the balance. So between the 5th and the 19th, I left this space here. I don't know what's going to be in there. I suspect I will have about $150 in extra stipend, hopefully. So again, $10 for interest to adjust for that, which means on April 19th, the balance should be somewhere around $2,283. In between April 19th and May 3rd, I am hoping to have $200 of extra payment in there. Again, I'm just going to put $10 in for interest, which means on April 3rd, my balance will be $2,093. Oh my gosh. Then I'm going to make a $1,200 payment. I forgot to adjust. It should be $30 for interest. So, with $30 about for interest, that will leave me with $921. After that, I should have another, I'm going to say $150 in extra income. Where is this extra income coming from? We're going to talk about that. So $10 to adjust for interest will give me a balance on the next payday on May 17th of $781, of which then for the interest, I'm not sure if how much interest there's going to be. That means on May 17th, I should be making a payment of $811 or so. Again, adjusting for interest, I don't know the exact amount the interest is going to be. And I also don't know the exact amount of extra payments I'm going to be able to make. I'm hoping with all the extra things I do at work, with my side hustles. I think my puppy wants to go out. So yeah, extra things at work, side hustles. My YouTube here is part of my side hustle, and also the new part-time job I'm starting. I should be able to hit those extra payment goals. So I'm going to leave them on here and we'll see what happens. And I will just adjust accordingly as needed, which is redundant. And it looks like I might be able to have this paid off by May 17th. However, I do have a new very large payment that is starting. Of course, I'm going to tell you about it, just not today. This is getting long enough. So we will talk about that and probably have to adjust this plan. We'll see how things are going to go here. This might actually go into June. So actually I have two big payments. Two separate things. One is a one-time big payment. The other one is a big recurring payment. Anyway, more on that later. Hit subscribe so you don't miss that. Hit the like button if you like how much I've paid off of my debt. I can't wait to calculate how much debt I have in all and like my net worth and all of that. But we're going to do baby steps. And today we're going to end it about the private student loan. It's almost gone. I'm so excited. Please share with me your financial wins in the comments down below. And I'll be back with all the videos I talked about today and then some. See you guys.